Hey everybody, how you doing today? This is going to be a two-part video. So this is part one, and I'll have you start off with the second video. I'll have a link that you can go to get to this video. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright, this is our little path that we like to walk through every morning, and I'll show you what we got going. We got some lemongrass, and we just had to thin this out. It used to be a huge bush, but with all the rain and everything, got really waterlogged, so we broke it up, and that'll come back within about a month. They'll look really nice. We have some of our new strawberries. This is a jewel. Our 3 new strawberries are producing some awesome strawberries. This is a Meyer Lemon, more lemongrass. We have more strawberries. Look at that one, isn't that pretty? And man, these taste great. They have a nice firm flesh. They're not squishy. Over here, we have one of our blueberries. It is loaded down with blueberries. I'm having a brain fart right now. I can't remember. What is it?
Elderberry.
Elderberry. And this makes really good cold and flu medicine. It's really good for that. We got a big strawberry patch here. These were some cheap strawberries we bought from Walmart, and you can kind of tell. They don't produce that great of strawberries, but Lily likes them. We have a nice pomegranate. Oh, not pomegranate, persimmon. The pomegranate's on this side over here. We got 2 pomegranates, and you can see the flowers that they produce. We haven't gotten any pomegranates yet off of them, so hopefully this year we'll change that. Over here, we have a blueberry bush. This poor blueberry bush, we had some high winds a couple weeks ago, and this one got totally uprooted, so I have it tied up, and hopefully it will recover. I'd rather lose all the fruit off of it than lose the plant itself, so we'll just have to see how it goes. We have another persimmon here. This is a Oriental Persimmon. It produces a sweeter, not as astringent fruit. We have lemon balm, and as you can see, we've just put strawberries all over the place. They'll just take over as a good ground cover, and hey, you can't ever have too many strawberries, right? We got more strawberries over here. This is your early glow, and again, this is a really nice strawberry also. Really great flavor. More lemongrass. Jesse over here has pine berries. They're a white strawberry, and we got some flowers, so hopefully they'll produce. They're not as vigorous as growing as the others, but we'll see. We'll see how they turn out. This is our Satsuma Tree. It's looking better than ever. It made it through the pretty harsh winter we had this year. It's another Satsuma over here. We have onions that I just planted from the ends of the onions that you buy from the grocery store. We got more blueberries, and right here, these little plants, these are volunteer Tabasco peppers, because I had a plant here and some of the peppers fell, and now we are getting free Tabasco plants that self-seeded. Alright, now then, let me show you the big garden. Big garden, it's doing pretty good considering all the rain we had. We had crazy rain. Like last week, it got real cold. The green beans are doing fantastic. They're starting to flower. We're gonna have a massive harvest of green beans. We get so many green beans down here that it's like we can't keep up with them. We get tired of picking them. I have some sweet peppers, and they're starting to come out of the cold, and the rain has really kind of knocked them down. They're not as vigorously growing. Poblano peppers. I got white onions and red onions, and then we got the mouse melons. All right, and if you look, we have these little flowers, and these are like sour Mexican gherkins. They'll produce a little tiny cucumber about that big, which I'm really excited to try. I've never grown them, but I think it'd be a good novelty. Just put a whole little baby cucumber inside of a salad. We have yellow squash, And we have zucchini, and they're starting to do real good. We have the mirlitons, which when I transplanted them, it kind of knocked them back some, but we're getting lots of new growth, and hopefully it'll take over this entire trellis. At least that's the plan. We have sisho, which is kind of like a Japanese basil. They use it in a lot of sushi garnishes and stuff like that. It's a real pretty plant too. You can plant that as an ornamental around your yard. People wouldn't even know that, hey, it's an herb. Here we have staggering comfrey and wild lettuce. The comfrey is a great nitrogen fixer. You use it to make fertilizer. It has a whole bunch of health benefits. If you just take those leaves and put them around your other plants, or even make a tea with them and let it break down and use that as a fertilizer, great natural fertilizer. The wild lettuce, it actually produces a sap that you can reduce down and make a mild painkiller. Our forefathers and our founders, they grew this stuff or collected it in the wild to actually make pain medication. We have stevia right here, which everybody should know is a sugar substitute. I planted a little squash plant there that came up in the garden and I didn't want, so I transplanted it over there. And in the back we have horseradish growing and some celery. This is our passion fruit. We started it from seed last year, and we keep it in the pot because it won't tolerate our winters. But it'll be hopefully it starts climbing and produce some fruit this year. That'll be fun. It was really great tasting fruit. That's why we saved the seeds from it. I never had a passion fruit that good. It almost tasted like a mango. All right, now then, our hydroponic tomatoes. These have been a problem this year with all this rain. The rain dilutes our hydroponic solution. We're flooding the things. A lot of them are getting some water damage because there's too much water in the system from the rain. But overall, I think they're pretty healthy and looking good. I mean, this one has some nice broad leaves and lots of flowers. Like this one looks like it's coming out of it, but it got hit pretty hard. Again, nice flowers. And these, I believe, these 4 are mountain bells. And then these 4, we have Cabernet, which is supposed to be a really good, big tasting tomato. Probably great for some BLTs. And we actually got quite a few tomatoes on here. I don't know if y'all can see that. All right. And then over here we have, these next 4 are Roma tomatoes. And they're looking pretty good. And lots of flowers, but we got quite a few tomatoes right there. I'm really hoping we have a good Roma tomato harvest this year, because I'm definitely going to want to can my own tomato sauce. And here, these are the super sweet 100s that we grew last year. This one has a little bit of root rot or some water damage from too much rain. But these produced crazy good last year. Like, we got also tired of picking tomatoes and eating tomatoes. So hopefully these recover from all this rain, and hopefully it doesn't rain so much for the rest of the year, right? I'd rather water than the rain. But all right, so this is going to be the end of part 1 of this video. Go find part 2 and I'll show you the rest of the garden. Have a good day.